Charlotte. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Carolina Panthers. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the Commanders' first down.
On the ready.
To the air goes Daniels. Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down.
On the go. Ready. Crack all 80. Ready.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. But you look at this defense. They enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
27-yard line.
Ready. Cowboy. Ready.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Down at the 25. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Let's go now. Fix the Eagles. Fix the Eagles. Let's go.
Daniels looking to throw. Nowhere to return this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. Looked like an issue with his snap, and he pulled it wide left. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
That was an ugly-looking kick, and the snap, largely to blame. These special teams operations are relying on everyone being on the same page, so even the slightest hiccup can lead to some missed kicks, and that's exactly what we saw here.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
This Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
I have to admit I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult when you step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for them to escape the pocket and run.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
47-yard line.
It's Young off play action. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
The Panthers at 11-3 on the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
You talk about this Washington defense.
It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They run. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
2nd and 4.
4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7.
Here we go, here we go. Cougar 19.
Again, it's Krosky-Merritt.
That is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
The kick is good.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Young. He'll find McMillan here. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Ready up. Set, hut, ready.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard.
And they'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and a yard.
Here we go. Here, hut.
Straight ahead with Hubbard.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Here we set, hut.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now Young on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Play action, now it's Daniels.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 7. They go play action. Daniels.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The good signal calls will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. Down to the 10.
Touchdown, Washington. Tony Pollard, his 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0.
14. Panthers nothing. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hubbard. Only able to gain a couple there. And that will bring up 3rd and 1.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard
Throwing, Young.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders will take over here just shy of the 30. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Panthers, here we go. Set. Panther 60. Panther 60. Cowboy 80. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Throwing now is Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
They're backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
70 Timberwolf. Ready, right?
Off the play fake. Daniels.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
So Washington going to send out their punter.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at about the 14. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
Ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Young working out of the gun. That one complete to Liga. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
Here's Lane. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
A gain of 24 yards. That's good for a Washington first down. 24-yard gain on the play. And the Washington first down.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit.
65-yard attempt.
The kick by Sanders is good. And that will extend their lead even further. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
A very one-sided first half. 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to help. Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. Picked off by Trey Amos. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
At the 47-yard line.
First down, it's Krosky Merritt. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. That O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here, because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has the 2 defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside where they sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers. If the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run.
At the 34-yard line.
On the set.
Daniels with a give to Krosky Merritt. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down.
Ready. Ready.
To throw is Daniels. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Sanders' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, it's Young. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They'll throw again. Young. Throw left side complete. That's Hubbard. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Young to throw it. This is caught by McMillan. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Young now. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers get a bit closer. So that, Charles, their first score of the ballgame, obviously, coming here in the 3rd quarter. Is that going to be enough to energize the troops?
It's a great question, and we'll wait to see the answer, but it's probably something for them to build on. Now they know that they can actually score against that defense.
Panthers 7. Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Everybody got a buzz. I ain't able to keep going. Watch him throw it. He's a vibe outside, all from the music. It ain't ready home. This is Alpha and Omega. Welcome home. This is not his home. This is a revelation. How to get it gone.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with the 1st and 10. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
2nd and 6. Here's Daniels. He's got the hookup with Dobbs. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one as a receiver is got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Daniels. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
18 Cardinals.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
Check a lane like a game of chess. You want to be better, bring your best. When you standing in your front yard,
Here we go, here we go. 1918.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. $13 yards remaining on 2nd down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
A run inside, Krosky Merritt. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Operating from the gun, Daniels. On the move past the 40. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 66 yards. And the Commanders are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already,
the Panthers get it, but he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I rarely question anyone's effort on the field, but normally you give up a touchdown like that, a long-distance play, there's usually not a lot of resistance on the extra point. In this case, though, boy, they bowed their backs and got after it, didn't they?
A little revenge. Nicely done.
Yeah, way to go. Get in there, block it, and show them that they're still fighting.
Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down.
2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
Now here's Young. Got a man. That's the gap. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And the Panthers, 1st down.
Here we go.
Here's Young. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Looking to throw, Young. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
All right, a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Come on. Let's go.
To the air goes Daniels. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage. And we'll have a stoppage as well as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Ready?
Daniels looking to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Washington going to send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Set. Ready.
And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And he'll get this one up to the 26. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here is 3rd down and 4.
Set. Cut. Blue 32. Set.
Young will set to throw. And that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
13 yards there on a Washington first.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Okay, ready?
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 2nd down.
At the 11-yard line.
So a victory here for the Commanders. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for the Commanders, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, it's a loss that could wind up hurting a little as they fall now to 11-4. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta.